Alright, this is December 22nd. This is the day after the next night. Last night I had just got my Joule Ringer Joule Ringer to work, and there it goes right there. It is working. You can see how bright that light is right now. I have it hooked up to a power supply. The power supply is at 16 volts, but then I limit it down because that's as far as that power supply could go down to. But then I had this little like booster and like adjustment power supply. So basically from one power supply I went to another one that could really adjust the voltage on it through that little blue, that golden tab right there. All I had to do is turn it left or right to clockwise to get higher voltage, counterclockwise to get less voltage. Anyway, then I have that hooked straight to this high precision wattometer, and you can see right now it is at 10.4 volts using 3 watts, and it's running at like less than half an amp. It's at 0.31 basically, so it's not bad at all. And I got it running this real bright LED. It's not real bright, it's soft white or whatever, but it's pretty bright right now. And the good thing about it is this voltage meter right here, by adjusting the current, adjusting the voltage, I could bring the power of the light brighter and dimmer depending on how much volts you want and how you're running it. You can use whatever configuration you pretty much want. Right now I got it at 10 volts.
Operation has been completed.
I'm gonna have it. That was my computer. I apologize. I'm gonna bring down the voltage so you can see what I'm talking about. Just give me 1 second here. I'll be telling you the voltage while I'm showing you the light being dimmed. Stop moving. Okay. Let me put this in there. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. Now I'm bringing it down. It goes as fast as you want. As fast as you can unscrew it. Right now I'm going down to 9. You see this is at 8.5. It's at 8 now. Now it's at 7.5. It's at 7 now. And now it is at 6. You can't even see anything really. But once I bring it up a little bit, see how it kind of turned on. So that's at, you can kind of see the light, and that's at 6.65 volts. And it is running at, you can barely see this because it's kind of, it's hard to see because the power how this turns on, it uses the power from this power supply that I'm adjusting the voltage on, and since the volts are kind of low you can't really see it, but you can barely make it out. It's 6.65 volts and it's running at, it says no watts, it's 0.0, and you can see it on just a little bit. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit just so you can see light for sure coming out of there. Bring it up to 7. There goes 7 right there. And it's still not using any watts is what this thing is saying right now. Now you can see it sort of. It's 7.07 volts. No watts. That's crazy. And no amp draw either. And that's 7 volts and it's a little light. Now I'm going to bring it up, see how to get it to start using some wattage. And bring up the light power. I am now at 7.5. And it's using, I'm sorry, that wasn't even, it was barely using any watts, because that's 0. So really I was using 0.03 watts, I think. Right now it's at 7.54, and it's using almost 0.2 watts. And just a little bit of amp rate. I'm bringing it up. I'm going to put it back at 10. I want to see for sure what's going on here. Okay, yeah. Once it starts going up, right now I'm at 8. And I'm using 0.25, so a quarter of an amp, and it's using 2 watts. So it was using 3. It's using 2 watts now at 8 volts, and that is a LED house light. Like, this is supposed to be plugged up to 120 volts of electricity for it to come on. I mean, it'll come on bright. I mean, it should be super bright, basically. Right now it's dim because it's not using as much voltage and everything. I'm going to bring it up. I want to see what 11 volts would do, so I'm bringing it up a little bit. And you see how it's getting brighter and brighter. It'll keep getting brighter. This is going on, what is that? 10 volts right here. That's 10.16. It's doing pretty well. I'll bring it up even more. Because I had this running off of a that small battery on the last video, and I was at 11.66, so I know this can handle it. I just don't know how bright and what the watt. Right now it's at 11, using 0.35 amps and 3.8 watts. Compared to what it's supposed to be using, I don't have the box, I don't think, in the house anymore, but I think this is an 8-watt light bulb, and look how bright it is right now. It's not even using anything close to 8. It's not even using half of that, because right now it's at 3.8, so almost half of that. And look how bright it is right now. I mean, that's bright enough. Matter of fact, I'm going to shut off my room light and see how bright it is in the room right now at 11 volts. 11 volts, 0.35 amps. And now look, you can see my room pretty well. Matter of fact, I'm going to shut off my TV too real quick, just so you can see for sure. Look at that, it's bright. You can see inside your room just pretty much fine. And I got a whole bunch of other lights I'm gonna try in a second. I'll be putting like part videos. This is like part 1. This is just the LED. I forgot the name of this bulb. All I know is I bought it from Lowe's. It was pretty cheap. It's just one LED soft light bulb that uses 8 watts, I think, of electricity, and it's supposed to be running at 120 volts of electricity. But anyway, I'm gonna bring it up to 12 just to see what's going on here, and then that'll be it. I'm not gonna put it any higher because I don't think I really need it that high. Alright, that's 12. At exactly 12 volts, you see it's 12, well, 12.1199, basically 12 volts. It's running at half of what it should be running at, using, I don't even know the percentage of this voltage, because if it's supposed to be running at 110 to 120 volts of house power, it's only running at 12 volts right now. That's saving tons of energy. This is basically kind of like having over unity. I think the basis of over unity is using less power to gain more power, and right now I'm using less power for something I should be using more power to be operating right now. So I mean, I'm not making any claims on this, so don't get mad at me and start writing to me telling me this isn't over unity. I really don't care. All I'm trying to say is I'm actually producing more power and using less power, so you can't hate me for that. And, I mean, if you decided to watch this video, obviously you were interested. And like I said, right there, it's at 40, basically 0.4 amps. It's not even at a half an amp yet, and it's not even, it's a little over 4 watts. It's it's almost 5 watts, so it's using less. It's using half of what it's supposed to be using. Look how bright that light bulb is. It's nice and bright. You can see my whole room in here. I don't have no light on other than that one. And you see my hats and everything, so it's really well made. It's like I said, this is my Joule Ringer circuit that I got from Laser Saber. He has his website called laserhacker.com. It has the schematic on it. I don't have the schematic. He's the one that has it. I'm just copying what he made, and I have to say I really appreciate it. He showed pretty much kind of step by step. He didn't show you how to wind the core like that one right there that I made. He just tells you how to do it. And if you ain't ever made cores before, I suggest you just research on how to make it. I may put up a video just to show you guys, because I have 4 more of these ferrite rods that I bought off eBay, like I said on the other video. So I can make 4 more of these. And like I said, this is a Joule Ringer circuit. This core right here should be ringing, and it's not. It is dead silent. I have not heard any ringing out of this light bulb yet, for this light bulb. And it's using 12 volts of electricity right now, and you don't hear any ringing to it. It's really close. You can see the core and everything. No ringing whatsoever. But that's just off one light. Now if I hook up more lights, you'll probably be able to hear it ring. I heard it ring before hooking up a different light, like this one right here. This is a lamp light for I have a leopard gecko, and this is one of those like lights that's supposed to be like a sunlight type. You know, it's supposed to be good for my leopard gecko, you know, lizards or whatever. And it was ringing while I had that in there, and it was sucking a lot of power, and it pretty much was trying to kill my battery, and it didn't even come on. So I'm gonna try this light bulb next to see if it works off of 12 volts. If it does, that's great. But I want to be safe because I just burnt out a transistor trying to hook this one up again. I had a spare one, so I'm good, but these transistors can burn out. So what I want to do, so I ain't got to worry about it, the best, like Laser Saber said on his tips of success video for his Joule Ringer, he said if you don't know if the thing's hooked up right, it's best to use less volts and amps, like to limit the current draw, so that way you don't have to worry about burning out your transistor, because I just burnt one out just a second ago. So I'm gonna bring this down to I'm gonna bring it down to 5 volts, and then I'll bring it up, because I'm gonna take this light bulb out. That's why I'm bringing it down, and then I'm gonna plug this one in to see if I can even get it to turn on, because I didn't even get it to turn on yesterday, and I want to see if I can get it to turn on now that I have this power supply and all this working. I want to test it out, see if I could get it to run off of 12 volts or not. I mean, regardless, I'm pretty sure I could get it to run eventually. I just don't know if it's 12 volts or not for it to turn on or whatever. So I'm going to bring it down to 5 volts. I'll go ahead and turn my light back on. And I'm going to stop the video right now, and I'm going to stop the video and then go into the next part of it. The next part, I'm going to cut the video right now, and then I'm going to put this light bulb in, then cut the video back on. So, give me 1 second. Alright everybody, I'm back with the next light bulb, the one I was telling you that I have from my leopard gecko anyway. As you can hear, my Joule Ringer is ringing very loud. And it is using, it is on, not that bright, but it is on, and it's using, I can't even see the voltage that it's throwing out because it's so low right now. I'm going to bring it up a little bit to see if I could do anything with this. Like I said, you can hear it's ringing. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. I don't know how many volts or anything it's using right now because my thing isn't telling me. Alright, got it on. I got this on just enough. You can't see it, but I can see it. It is at 6.52 volts. And the wattage it's using is 11.8. And 1.9 amps, or 1.8. It's 1.84. I'm bringing it up just a little bit more. It's at a little over 6.5 volts. Just a little bit. I'm bringing it up to 7. Alright, that's 7. Now you can see it. It is using 14 watts, 7 volts at 2.11 amps. And it's getting kind of bright. I'm going to bring it down and shut it off, because I don't really like how it's ringing like that, and I don't know if my transistor is getting hot, and I don't have anything. I have nothing to cool it off right now, so I don't want to burn this thing out. I like it too much. I have a lot of other light bulbs I want to test out, but that's just, like I said, a light bulb from my Lizard, and it got a little bright off of just 7 volts. Go ahead and bring it down, and I'm going to shut it off. You can still hear it ringing. I'm shutting it off right now. I'm going to bring it down just a little more, because, like I said, okay. It still got some light, and that's pretty awesome if you think about it, because I brought it all the way down from just 7 volts. Right now it should be at maybe 3. And look at that. You could still see a little light coming out of that. So like he was saying in his video, you can actually have less volts going into something and produce enough just to turn on a house light. All these lights are supposed to be running off of 110 to 120 volts of electricity, and I was only using 7. Now the amp draw was kind of high. I mean, it was like 14, I think it was. I'll look at the video again in a second, but don't quote me on it. I don't really remember that. I mean, I ain't got bad memory or anything, but I'm just doing a whole bunch of testing and everything. So I'm gonna start writing down all these numbers and stuff too, and post all the numbers in the video description so you guys can know like what each light bulb was running at what voltage and how bright and everything. I don't have a Loomis detector, like how many lumens or how bright basically the light bulb is. Anyway, I'm gonna cut the video out and hook up another light bulb, and then I'll cut back in. Give me 1 second. Alright, like I was saying, I have that. I didn't hook up the bulb yet. I was just trying to show you guys what I'm about to hook up. This is a Reveal 40 watt at 285 lumens, and it's good for almost a year and a half life, I guess. But they're all these candle looking type bulbs. I got this 4-pack from Lowe's. All these light bulbs I got are from Lowe's. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up real fast for you, and then go ahead and show you how bright I could get it. I don't know the voltage just yet, because like I said, I can't see the voltage on here because it's so low that the screen, the LCD screen or LED screen, won't light up bright enough for you, so you can see where the numbers is at. Now I could use my multimeter and check it out, but there really is no point because I don't have nothing in there and it's not even on yet. So let me just go ahead and get this light bulb out for you real quick. Okay, alright, you see I got this one right here. Nice little light bulb, pretty good looking, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. This is just a lamp light. You can get any lamp light you want or whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, it's in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and flip my little switch that has this is on its own switch, so that's a good thing. You can cut it on and cut it off just like a regular light. Alright, right now it's got on, it's turning on, making this little noise. I'm so proud of what I made right here. I mean, granted, this isn't my design or anything, I'm just copying from somebody, but it was real hard work, man. You gotta give me some props for even building this stuff from scratch, because that's basically what I did. It ain't like I knew anything about ferrite rods. I knew a little bit about cores, like coils and stuff, but I didn't know nothing about ferrite rods and transformers, so I gotta hand it to myself. I did a pretty good job. Considering that matter of fact, Laser Saber's ferrite rod is thicker than mine is. This should be close to the same length, but the thickness his was thicker than mine. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and brighten it up, so I can start seeing the voltage on the LCD screen display. You can hear the light, the Joule Ringer ringing. Right now I'm at 5. I'm starting to see some light. Not from there. I mean, I'm starting to see the LCD. It's at 5. I'm just gonna bring it up to 7. Let me see what 7 does. Oh yeah, it's getting kind of bright. Oh, a little over 7. That's okay. It's a little over 7. I can't see the amp draw for some reason. It ain't showing me all that. I don't know where it's drawing right now, but it is at 7 volts and it's taking now 1.5 amps. But it's not telling me my watts or anything. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it's not doing it. I apologize for this inconvenience. That's weird. It should be showing me everything, but right now the light is at 7 volts. You hear the ringer ringing, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down now. I'm just putting these at 7. I don't want to fry anything, so I'll go ahead and bring that down. Look, you can see the light came on pretty well. Alright, shut it off. It's a little hot. Like he was saying on his video, these will get hot. Like, so hot it'll want to burn through a table or whatever was what he was saying on his video. So, it will get hot. I'm sorry for all like the background noise. I got my computer on and my son's awake playing with stuff, and he got his laptop on playing a video, a movie I guess. But yeah, it'll get pretty hot and bright. I'll give it that. And okay, this is my bag here. That's why I kept pausing the video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you because I don't want to keep stopping for you guys and stuff. Not that I don't want to, I just don't want to keep stopping. Basically, I'm gonna show you guys what I got. Anyway, all these are light bulbs in here. I got a bunch of 12 volt light floodlights, and I'm gonna try a whole bunch of stuff. But right now, I'm just using this right now. All those other ones I have to hook up wiring to, and I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. I may put all the videos together or just do a next video. But right now I'm just using straight screw-in light bulbs. That's it. Now, everything else I'll do together on another video because I have to run all the wiring and everything. But right now I'm just using, like I said, just lamp lights. Basically, you just screw in regular light bulb type. Right now, I got this LED Ultra Tech Pro. It's an indoor/outdoor, uses 25 watts, and its Loomis is at 240. And annual cost for regular energy a year is at only 54 cents per year for just one of these LED light bulbs. And it generates pretty well for power, I guess. I'm not too sure, but it even shows your light appearance and all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of here, hook this up. Now, I didn't turn any of these on like how he was doing. Like, I didn't. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I haven't plugged any of these into the house light to see how bright they truly are. I'm just showing you the Joule Ringer circuit right now. Now I know Laser Saber hooked up in one of his videos a light bulb and then to his house to see the Loomis and see if he could get it up to that brightness with his Joule Ringer circuit. I'm not gonna risk blowing out my transistor trying to do that right now because I only got one. I'm gonna have to go buy some more tomorrow probably. But right now I'm just testing how bright I could get these with feeling at a safe comfort level, I guess. Because this is my stuff, I ain't trying to break it. Anyway, let me go ahead and open this up real quick. I'm going to set the camera down. I was holding it the whole time. I'm basically the world's greatest electronical copycat. I'm I'm good at imitation and like copying things, and I'm good at fabrications, I guess, if you want. I think that's what the word is, for when you copy somebody's idea and then you add on to it by and turn it into something a little different, but it's pretty much using the same basic. Basically, it's like having their basic idea, the base of their idea, and then add it onto it. I think that's what a fabrication is. I'm not sure. I have to look that word up for sure to make sure. So, but yeah, I did a lot of different stuff, little videos of here and there. There's a lot of videos I haven't even uploaded yet that I'm going to. I just bought this camera that I'm using right now, so you guys just have to bear with me, because for some reason YouTube just takes so long to upload a video, man. I never would have thought uploading like a 15-minute video would take about 2 hours to do and shit, so but I can't blame them. They probably looking through the video, checking it out, seeing if there's something that shouldn't be on there that's on there. So I guess it's fine, I don't care. But that's why it's taking me so long to put videos up on here. I'm probably gonna start uploading one a day, so I can start getting these videos off my camera and putting them onto my account. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hook this light in now. Finally got it out the freaking box. Of its package anyway. Come on, light, hurry up. There we go. Okay, it's in. I'm gonna lift the camera back up. Sorry about all this camera moving. I just don't feel comfortable not having it in my hands. I may need to move around and show you like a different area, so just bear with me. Anyway, alright, I got it in. You see that? I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on right now. Nothing's happening, and it's probably because the voltage is really low. Oh, it's starting to, I think it's starting to show some light. Yeah, it's starting to, and it's not even ringing. That's awesome. Well, I mean, I can't really blame it, because it is a LED light, just like the other one, and that one wasn't ringing either, so. Wow, okay, that really got some light going on there. And right now it is at, you can barely see it, it's at 6.2, pulling no amps whatsoever. I'm gonna bring it up to 7. It's not even making any noise. These LEDs, they run LEDs pretty well. I forgot to get them. I'm sorry. I should have got some CFL lights to test it out. Everybody anybody should know about CFLs. They're that one that kind of looks like a swiveled up big tube light, basically. Though anybody who knows about lighting would know about a CFL. CFLs are like the #1 energy saving light bulbs for everybody out here, pretty much. But yeah, I didn't get any of those. I apologize in advance for not having it or whatever. So I thought about getting it, but I forgot when I was at the store. So right now I'm bringing it up. It is at 9.43295.97. That's at 10 volts. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this one up to 12 volts and see where that's going at over there. It's just now starting to use a little bit of an amp. Alright, it is at 12 volts of electricity, and look how bright that is. This is a very good light. I really like this one. That's pretty good results. It's not even using hardly any amperage. It's probably using milliamps if you think about it, because 1 to 2 milliamps, because 0.012 basically 2, so maybe I think that would probably be under 200 milliamps, probably like 200 milliamps. Now look how bright that is. That's amazing. A 200 milliamp. And I'm gonna go shut it off, because I'm gonna see if I can get this to reset so I can see where that wattage and all the other readings, because I think I got to reset that. Give me 1 second here again. I'm sorry about this. I really didn't think it was going to do that. But like I said, you keep looking at it real quick. It is pretty bright. I'm going to shut it off real quick. Let's make a baby. The one that... Yeah, there we go. Reset it. Yeah, I got it to reset. I don't know. I guess I had to reset because I was using so much low power or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I got it off. I mean, I got the light off, but as you can see, I got it reset. It is at 0.7 watts. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on and see what it does. It is using not even like I said, 200 milliamps around there. It's really hard. There we go. It was hard for me to see. There we go. I had to turn it. There's a certain way to put the camera to it so you can see for sure. Anyway, 200 milliamps. I think that's what that is, and it's not even using a watt. And look how bright that light is. I'm definitely gonna have to buy more of those. I'm definitely saving this one. I really like this light right now just because it's really bright and I'm not really using much power for it, you know. So this is definitely this LED one, this Ultra Pro, the Ultra Pro Tech. I think this was like 11 bucks, but you know what? You can't beat that. I mean, it's already supposed to be saving you. It's already supposed to only be costing you 54 cents a year for this. Imagine now. It's probably maybe 1 cent a year, I'm hoping. I mean, if you think about it. I mean, I don't know the ratio between all the mathematics behind it, but if this is supposed to be 54 cents a year running off of 120 volts of electricity, just imagine with only 12 volts. So, you're definitely going to be saving some money on this. Anyway, now that I tested that out, let me see if I have any more in here. I don't really know. I was just grabbing a whole bunch of lights to test out stuff. Oh yeah, I got this other one right here. This is, I already opened it one because I had to put one in a room. This is a Sylvian double life 40 watt at 100. You see that right there, 120 volts. And it's these circular bulbs. They're at 3,000 hours for life, I guess, and they look pretty well. It doesn't say the lumens, I don't think, but basically it has a frame right here. Basically it's like for, I guess, bathroom lights, I'm guessing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna take that LED that I love so much right now and take this out and plug in a new bulb. Plug in that bulb. So 1 second while I unscrew this one. I'm telling you, this is energy saving to the max. Now, if they would do this in every home, imagine your light bill being very low. Like right now, I'm using this light up here to light my whole room, and I know it's not no energy saving bulb. Right now, I'm killing energy right now. I'm sorry about that if you're mad about it. I don't know. I mean, some people would be like, why are you wasting energy, blah, 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 when I'm producing free less energy with all these other bulbs. Well, I just got this running today, so just give me a break. Eventually, I'll have this whole house hooked up this way. Like I said, I got 4 of these rods and plenty of the wire, and I got some more of the magnet wire coming in for the the secondary. Because, like he said, the top one is the primary. The bottom, the way you did your windings on the core itself, is the secondary, I guess. I don't know why it's secondary. You would think that one's the primary because it's first, but I guess the primary has to do with you hooking up power to this. So anyway, we're still at 12. I just plugged up this light, and this is a house light. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down because I don't feel comfortable. If it was LED, then I probably would have left it all the way up, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down to like 4 volts. And I may even have to reset this thing again just because that's like very low voltage and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna write down what the bulbs names are, where you can find them at. Why did the computer shut off? But you know why the computer shut off?
No.
Oh shit. Oh well. Let's really strange. I'm not even messing with the computer. Does it still have power? What's going on over there? Oh yeah, it still got power. I don't know. Maybe I had to restart or something. Okay, I'm bringing down the voltage. I don't know what's going on my computer right now. It just shut off for no reason whatsoever. I wasn't even on it, but it's fine. I'll figure that out. I'm good with I'm good pretty much with everything that I put my mind to. Like, try to master, because obviously this is my money. I'm spending all my money on this stuff. So you're going to have to believe that I'm going to research the hell out of whatever the hell I'm researching before I start buying parts for it. That's just a normal way of going about it. So I'm good with computer repair, building. I built that computer tower myself. But anyway, I'm going to go back to this. I'll figure out what's wrong with my computer in a minute. And I have these other things. Basically, I'm telling you, you just have to subscribe to me. I got a lot of these projects that I'm doing. And, ooh, oh, that was close. Sorry about that. And, yeah, these projects are going to be amazing. You guys are going to love them. How I'm loving them. And I needed to find me something to do with my... I don't really have free time. I work 7 days a week at my job. But this is my hobby, and I just don't really have anything going on in my life that's anything that miraculous. So anyway, enough about me. I'll go ahead and turn it down to like, maybe it's like 5.5 volts. So basically 5.5. Let's see what's going on. Alright, it is pulling some kind of light, a little bit, not a whole lot. You can hear the Joule Ringer circuit ringing, because it's not an LED. For some reason, it doesn't worry about LEDs. That's pretty awesome. So if you have LEDs hooked up to it, at least mine, mine has, how I put it, if you have LEDs, at least mine, if I hook LEDs to mine, I'm not saying yours isn't gonna ring, but mine isn't. So I mean, it's all about how many winds and how many turns of wire and how big your rod is, and if you're gonna connect. I got more rods, so it's not like I couldn't connect 2 rods together and make a longer version, and it probably would be even better. But anyway, let's go back to this. It's all about variables. And right now, I'm just now starting to see some light coming from. A good thing I see all the numbers, so that's good. I don't have to worry about resetting it, so I can see everything again. And right now, I am at 7 volts, as you can see, 7.0, I mean 7.1.2 basically. And it's using 1.5 amps. So one and a half amps at 11. What's that? 11, well, basically 11 watts. And it says that it can use 40 watts, and it is on. I mean, it's not bright, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up some, because it's a small bulb. I really think it could get some more power out of that, and it's not. How do I put it? It's not ringing that loud, so I feel a little comfortable with this one. Bring it up to 8. Alright, I'm using 8 volts of electricity, and it is pulling basically 2 amps at 15, almost 16, yeah, 16 watts basically. So it's using 8 volts and using 16 watts. Now that's not bad. 2 amp rate, and it's a little bright. I mean, it ain't super bright, but it's kind of bright, you know. I mean, it's bright enough, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go up a little bit. It looks like I'm gonna have to stick with LEDs though, because they look like they're doing the best right now. And then granted, this bulb right here ain't gonna use a whole lot of power, but them LEDs, they're like just so perfect. No ringing, no nothing. I'm pretty sure they'll start to ring if I added more of the same LED on the same line. So Anyway, I'm bringing it up. Right now I'm gonna bring it up to 9. 9.07. As you can see, right there, 9.06 at, oh look, still 2 amps. It's like, it's going back and forth. It's like 2.1 basically. At 18, 19 watts basically. And it got a little brighter. And you can hear the Joule Ringers ringing. I'm gonna get it to go to 20 watts and then I'm just gonna stop because I want to just go up to half. There you go. No, it's still not using 20 watts, if you could believe that. It's really screaming too. Alright, I'm done with this one. It got real bright. Not super bright. I'm bringing it down to, I'm going to start everything off at 6 volts. 6 volts seems like it'll do pretty well. 6.5. Okay. Okay, and we are off. That light bulb did pretty well. I don't think I got anything else. I got, what's this? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be trying these out for sure. Look at little candle lights. They use 15 watts at 120 volts. Basically, it's like those nightlight kind of, you know, candlelight, nightlight type. They look pretty cool. I'm gonna try one out. I got this whole little attachment thing going on for it too. If I can find it. Here it goes. Here goes one. I was already opened it to check it out, but let me zoom it out a little bit. See that? Nice little candle bulb. Got the attachment on it there. Screw it. All I gotta do is hook it up. I'm gonna do that. Matter of fact, I could do it right now since this is an easy hookup. See, because I got the 2 wires. I don't have to worry about really wiring up anything. But the thing about this is I don't have a switch for it. So as soon as I turn it on, it's on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move this over a little bit. And then put that right there. Okay, you can see it's right here. And okay, I got the connections right here. You can see it's plugged up to my lamp light with the switch. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug that now. I'm gonna take the lead off. Ooh, okay, they're just popping off of there. There we go. Okay, let me set the camera down. Sorry about all this. I just want to make sure you can see. Yeah, as long as you can see that light bulb. Set the camera down. I'm going and hooking up this light. Okay, and then the black wire. Sorry about this, guys. It's taking me a second. There it goes. It is on. That's just one. It's running at 6, almost 6.5 volts of electricity. You can barely see it. Oh, you can't see it on here, but I can see it. It's at 6.55. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the voltage a little bit. And move this stuff out the way so you can actually really see how bright this light gets. Actually, you know what? What I'll do, I'll go ahead and pull this forward and just sit it in here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Bring up the voltage a little bit. I'm getting up to almost 7. Okay, we're at 7 now. I'm bringing it up to 8. I'm at 8.3. You can see for yourself. 8.03, and it's running at 1.21 at almost 10 watts. And it's pretty bright for a little light. It looks pretty well to me. I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this light bulb. I got a bunch of little ones that I can screw onto this terminal right here. All this is just a little screw-in type, I guess. Anyway, let me see. I don't have a whole bunch, but I think I got 2 different ones. Yeah, this one right here is from Sylvian too. It's a 10 watt at 120. The other one the one that I have hooked up right now uses 15. So right now I have one of these 15 watt bulbs in, and I'm gonna hook up this 10 watt one. As you can see, it has two. This 15 one came with 6 of them, and this one is only with 2. So, and like I said, I got these halogen bulbs, floodlights. I mean, halogen floodlight, long life. They uses 50 volts at 12 volts. Is what it says. Oh, sorry, it's on the other side. I already opened it up. Cause see, let me show you a different one. The back, I looked around, nobody has the connection for this right here, these little 2 prongs, and you can't solder wire. I mean, you probably could, I don't really know. I tried soldering with a different one, but the solder just didn't want to stick. Now, there's probably a way around that. I'm pretty sure you could get your solder to stick. I don't know, I'm not the best with soldering. I only know how to solder regularly. But, you see right there, it says 50 watts at 12 volts, so that's pretty good. They're pretty bright. I had one hooked up to that little deep cycle battery right here. That's a 12 volt version of it. But yeah, it has 800 lumens and it uses $6 a year basically. But I'm gonna try out this. But like I was saying, I didn't have any way of attaching wires to that. So what I'm gonna do is what I thought of is this. Okay, I have these attachment leads, the wire terminal connectors. I have a 20 count version, they're the red ones. I figured, because I was looking at a way to slip something on there so I could connect wires to it, and I thought about terminal leads. All I have to do is just cut off one of the ends of the terminal, like the plastic part, so that way you can kind of expose the metal that's inside of it, then slide it on there. It slides right on, and then I'm pretty sure you can even bend it if it ain't really making a connection like you want. All you gotta do is just get a pair of pliers and bend it closed. So, but I really think that's gonna work. Then all you gotta do is just stick the wires in the back of it, in the back of here. Anyway, you can see the terminals right there. Stick the wires in the back of that. You see the connection, and then you should be good to go. I haven't tested out yet. I will be. Maybe on the next video. It's getting pretty late. I just got off work and everything. I'm kind of tired. Anyway, let me go ahead and hook up this last bulb for you guys. It is a 10 watt Sylvian. Like I said, it's one of those candle light type bulbs. Alright, I'm going to unbox this or undo it. And like I said, thank you very much, Joule Ringer, Laser Saber, for making, ooh, it's kind of hot, for making this. I appreciate all the work you have done and in showing us how to do this. Get off. Come on. Don't start. Don't start. Ooh. Okay. Hold on, let me put this down. Got just a little electrocuted. Okay. I don't want none of these wires to touch, so there. The good thing is, for some reason, it's not really, I don't have a lot of volts going through it, so that's why I didn't really get electrocuted bad. It was just a little mild shock. Besides, I'm pretty grounded right now, so it's a little warm. I'm just going to go ahead and screw it. It's not that bad. Don't break it. Alright, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Yeah, you can see it. Alright, okay. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and screw the other bulb in. The candlelight bulb. Set it right in here. Ooh, those are way too close to each other. I don't like that at all. Just make sure when you're doing this, you do not have your wires touching anything but what they're supposed to be touching. You don't want to cross any wires or anything like that, because you could damage your transistor and everything else. Alright, got that hooked up. Nothing's touching, so that's good. For some reason, my computer came right back on by itself. Don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna have to look at that in a second, but that was really weird. Anyway, the light is really bright. I like that, and it's using only, what is the volts? 8 volts. I should have brought it down some, but I didn't. I wasn't too worried about it. That's a pretty bright little light. I'm gonna bring it up to say let me bring it up to 10 volts. Let me see what that does. Let me try that out for a second. Well, it's already real bright. Oh, ooh, be careful. And you can hear the ringing from the Joule Ringer, obviously, so you know it's working well. I gotta say, this is amazing stuff right here, man. I'm just really pleased with this. Anyway, that's real bright. Look how bright that light is, and it's only at 10 volts of electricity, but it is using a good amount of wattage. I mean, it's supposed to only be using 10 watts, and right now I got it using 10.5. I don't know if that's good or not. Let me bring that down. So I don't want to burn out the light bulb, but that's bright. I mean, if it's supposed to be using 10 watts, it's using that already, and it's only at 10 volts. So I think that's as bright as it's gonna get. And bring it down before I start seeing it dim. Ooh, man, my eyes. But you can see it's working really well. Still pretty bright, and this using. I want to bring it down to half of what it's supposed to use. I want to see what that looks like. If I could see, it's so hard for me to see right now because the light's kind of blinding me. I'm using 7. It's at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. To use half of the wattage, it is 7. Hold on. Come on. Damn, it's so hard to see. 1 second. There we go. Bring it up just a little bit. Okay. To use half of the wattage, it is at basically 7.5. I'm gonna let you guys see for yourself. 7.54, and then it's at 5.1 watt. It's using a little over a half an amp, and it's still pretty bright. I mean, you can see that for yourself. Now imagine hooking these up all together off of one. I don't know how many I can hook up, but right now all I have is one being ran by this. And I don't know even how hot my transistor is because I haven't checked it yet. I'm afraid to, so I don't know if it's gonna fucking burn me. But yeah, this is it for the rest of the video. Obviously you can see it's working pretty well. And it's using just 7.5 volts, people. And it's supposed to be using 120. And it's using half of the watts. So we're saving money right now. That's what this is all about. Saving power to make power. And so like he was saying on most of his applications, it's good for like solar panel uses, batteries. It all just depends on what size battery. You have to do all the calculations for your own projects. That's the only bad part. Because like I said, the winding ratio is what he was talking about, which makes sense. I mean, mine isn't even wind up perfectly, and look how well it's working. So imagine my second one. This is just the first one. This is like a prototype type, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna unwind it or anything, but I'm just saying, like, basically, first attempt, it's awesome. It's working just fine. And this one really, really loves these LEDs. I'm really impressed about the LED version of this. Like, it won't ring and it shows bright. That's what we love to have, because obviously you don't want to hear this annoying ringing all day. But I mean, if you had an enclosed box, it ain't like it's gonna matter because you won't hear the ringing. There's other ways to get around the noise. That's really nothing. But if you don't even have to do that, that's awesome. So I appreciate you guys watching this. I'll be putting it on soon, and I'll be adding more videos. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do one a day if I can. I'm gonna check out what's wrong with my computer now. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, and subscribe.